Hello and welcome to the Manatee County School District Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. My name is Nashira and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the schedule on the website. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Manatee District Virtual College Fair. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, Winthrop University.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Just get this going. Welcome to Winthrop University. I'm Paula Garofalo, the Arts Recruitment Coordinator at the university. I specifically work with students that are interested in the College of Visual and Performing Arts, but I also am a general admissions counselor, and I'm happy to work with all of you today in any major. Here's my contact information if you'd like to reach out. I'll repeat it again at the end, but let me get you familiar with us if you're not sure where we're located. Winthrop University is located in Rock Hill, South Carolina. We feel like this is the perfect Goldilocks school for students. We have a small town feel with big city amenities. We're the 5th largest city in South Carolina. We're located only 30 minutes south of Charlotte, North Carolina, about 20 minutes from an international airport. It's the best of both worlds. You're a couple hours from the beach, a couple hours from the mountains, and our community is full of fun activities for students to engage in. Rock Hill is known now for international sports tourism, future home of the Carolina Panthers practice office and business park. Lots of outdoor recreational facilities that are really unique to our regions and tons of public parks. Let's talk about the student body at Winthrop. We're a small mid-sized school right now, sitting at about 6,000 students. We have about 1,000 graduate students, so we're able to put a lot of opportunities into our undergraduate population. We have over 40 majors for you to study in 5 different colleges, and the average class size is 21 with a student-professor ratio of 14:1. This is another moment where Winthrop is really great fit for everyone. Whether you come from a small private school in high school or a much larger public high school, we find everybody feels really comfortable with these class sizes, and it allows you to get to know your peers very well and be mentored by your faculty throughout your 4 years. And what this does is it builds a great network for you to pursue your future goals and career once you graduate. Let's take a look at our top majors, some interesting majors that you might not have thought of or are looking for. Data science, psychology and biology are most popular with freshmen. We're very well known in the Southeast region for our College of Visual and Performing Arts that I represent, but I really want you to check out all 40. We also have an honors program for students that are interested in a deeper dive into their academic area. Study abroad is a wonderful choice for you to deepen your education, your experience during undergrad. So please check out our partnerships and plan your trip. And undergraduate research really sets us apart. We're not a large public institution. We're a nice medium size, and we're able to offer research opportunities to our students as soon as their freshman year. We want to talk about campus life, but there's so many activities, organizations, and special clubs for you to participate in. There's over 160 clubs. We have 16 NCAA division sports. I already mentioned that the region at Rock Hill specifically is very well known for unique recreational and sporting complexes. And our College of Visual and Performing Arts produces over 200 live arts events a year. So if you're a culture junkie between Rock Hill and Charlotte, North Carolina, you'll never run out of things to do. Scholarships. The second most popular question, how do I pay for everything? You're automatically eligible for merit scholarships with your Winthrop application. We offer athletic scholarships, talent scholarships. Scholarships are available by your major, And for out-of-state students, if you secure any of these scholarships, you'll also receive an out-of-state waiver and you'll pay the in-state tuition price. I really encourage you to apply. The application on our website, winthrop.edu, is free for the rest of the month. We're soft going to sell it and keep it open for a little bit longer. But for my out-of-state students, if you really have locked and loaded your Common App, please feel free to use Common App. We're test optional this year. You are still Merit Scholarship, any Winthrop Merit Scholarship eligible, being test optional, and we participate in rolling admissions. Our next big release is December 1st. Check out some important deadlines. Of course, our application is already open. The fall priority deadline to get a decision in our first release, December 1st, is coming up quickly as well. But we also will have another release in February, and then we release every 2 weeks starting in March. So I really encourage you, fill out the application on our website. It'll take you about 15 minutes. You can do the test optional essay. You can send us your scores. And also just email in your transcript. It's super fast. Well, that's all I have to share with you today. Please feel free to drop me a line or call into the Office of Admissions. We're really excited to get you on campus. We are open, accepting students for tours, taking you through residence halls, through our student union. And you'll really get a glimpse at life here at the university and in the Charlotte Rock Hill area.
Thank you, Winthrop University. Now we'll have Piedmont University.
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for giving your time to be here today. My name is Gabriel Gutierrez. I am one of the admissions advisors for Florida. I am also the diversity recruiter. So let me just tell you a little bit about Piedmont. So we were founded in 1897. We're a small private institution located in Georgia. We have roughly around 2,500 students in 2 campuses, which I'll show you in a little bit. We have 19 Division III NCAA Division III sports, as well as a cycling team, and we are getting competitive cheerleading next year. We have more than 49 different organizations and more than 50 different programs that you can do. We recently became a university in April. So this is the Piedmont Promise to provide an educational experience that is personal in approach, passionate in application, and practical in impact. Like I mentioned, we do have 2 campuses, but 1 goal. The main campus is located in Demorest, Georgia, which is roughly around 70 miles northeast of Atlanta. And if you want to come visit us, probably the best way to come over here is if you fly to Greenville and drive over to Demorest. Our student to faculty ratio is 10:1. Our average class size is 11. And whenever I was here at Piedmont, I was an applied mathematics major. My smallest math class was 4, but not everybody likes math, which is okay. Like I said, we have different sports. Those are all the ones listed there. Like I said, we're bringing competitive cheerleading. Our newest sports are swimming and the cycling team. So we have a lot of room for connections here at Piedmont. Like I said, there's more than 49 different clubs and organizations. Just to name a few: art club, debate club, student government association, the campus activities board, film club. There's a little bit of everything for everyone. But if you don't find one that you like, you can always bring it on campus. There was one year a student was on campus and he was a scuba diver. He created a scuba diving club. So really the sky is the limit. So let me show you some other stats about Piedmont. We were named the safest college campus in North America by Niche. #1 private college in Georgia by James Magazine, and number 27 best value as well. So the admissions process, our application is now open for seniors. There's no application fee. We are also on the Common App. All we need is your official high school transcript. We are test optional, but we also take them if you have those. And if you did dual enrollment, please send your college transcript. That way you can get some college credit while you're at it. In terms of financial aid, 96% of our students receive financial aid, with 100% of first-time year students receiving some type of financial aid. We have given over $12 million in scholarships and grants each year, and we also have special grants that we provide if you're in the fine arts, either music, theater, or the arts. And then every student is eligible for a merit-based scholarship that is based on the GPA or GPA and test scores, whichever one you prefer. And then just on average, we have given out over $22,000 for grants awarded per year for first-time, full-time students. If you have any questions, this is my contact information. You are welcome to scan the QR code to fill out the questionnaire. Like I said, my name was Gabriel Gutierrez, and it was a pleasure being here with y'all.
Thank you so much, Piedmont University. We will now have Andrew College. Andy, you're muted and the video's not on.
Okay. Okay. All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
We good? Okay, great. I apologize for that, folks. My name is Andy Jeter. I'm Vice President of Enrollment Management at Andrew College. I'm going to tell you about the favorite college you've never heard of before. We are Andrew College. We're small, primarily 2-year, but we're not a community college. We're a full residential college. We're located in Cuthbert, Georgia, which is in the southwestern part of Georgia. We're about 2.5 hours from Atlanta, about 2 hours from Tallahassee, about 2.5 hours from Panama City, and about 6.5 hours from Manatee County. We have an average enrollment of about 300. Average class size is about 14. We are set up primarily to transfer students to 4-year institutions. Every year our graduates go on to places like UGA, Auburn, Kennesaw State, Oglethorpe, Georgia Southwestern, and many, many more places. Admission requirements, we ask for a 2.0 or higher GPA. There is no application fee. We are SAT, ACT optional for fall of 2022. And you apply from our website, andrewcollege.edu. In addition to our 25 plus associate programs, we also offer 2 bachelor's degree programs. One is in business administration, and we have tracks there in accounting, general business management, marketing, and then also supply chain logistics. We also have a new program in elementary education, which has a built-in K through 12 reading endorsement to it. You see there some of our more popular associate programs, including an associate program in engineering that is transferable to a 4-year engineering college, nursing, respiratory therapy, athletic training, criminal justice. We are a proud member of the NJCAA. We offer 5 varsity men's sports and 5 varsity women's sports. And we're putting the final touches on getting ready to offer esports next fall. So we should have an announcement about that coming pretty soon. If you're interested in athletics at Andrew, if you go to our website, click on athletics, click on prospect questionnaire, find the sport, fill it out, and that information goes straight to our coaches. A lot of student activities. As I mentioned, we are not a community college, even though we're primarily 2-year. About 80% of our students live on campus. We have all suite style residence halls. We have a new residence area built called the Patterson Quad, which is all small cottages that sleep 8, that also have a living room and a kitchen. Everything's been updated or renovated or have additions to them since 2016 as far as the residence halls. We have a very, very active servant leadership program. So we really like students who maybe have been involved in Beta Club, National Honor Society, things like that, who really want to get involved in service. We give some scholarships for that. You can see some of our other organizations and things that we offer here. Scholarship opportunities for Florida residents. We have a special Bright Futures match. If a Florida resident is eligible for the Bright Futures Scholarship, we give them a scholarship of $3,210, which goes on top of any other award they receive from us, except for a full scholarship. Speaking of full scholarships, we do have a full scholarship competition known as the Pitt Scholarship Competition. We award 2 full scholarships, 2 full tuition scholarships, but everyone who comes to the competition receives a scholarship from us. To qualify for the competition, all student needs to have is a 3.0 or higher. And we'll have 2 competition dates, one in January and one in March. We do offer what we call primary scholarships and secondary scholarships. Primary scholarships range up to $9,500. The secondary scholarships range up to $1,500, with the exception of fine and performing arts scholarships, and those range up to $5,000. A student typically can receive 1 primary scholarship. You notice, for example, athletic scholarships are listed as a primary scholarship, but they can also receive up to 2 additional secondary scholarships that they can put together with that primary scholarship. So we're a very, very, very affordable option for families. We'd love for you to come see us. We have an in-person fall preview day coming up Monday, November the 22nd. We have a reservation form that's available on our website. If you can't come, but would like to maybe schedule a virtual session, then you can also do that. We'd love to meet with you virtually and show you around campus virtually and tell you a little bit more about what we have to offer. Down at the bottom, you'll see the name, number, and email address for Kara Tafoya. Kara is our Florida counselor. Unfortunately, she's with another college fair tonight and couldn't be with us, so I'm pinch hitting for her. But I invite you to call or contact her. She'd love to meet with you. We'd love to see you on campus and, again, show you around the favorite college that you've never heard of until tonight. So thank you very much. I appreciate spending time with you.
Thank you, Andrew College. We will now have the University of Central Florida.
All right, good evening, everyone. Just gonna go ahead and share my screen here so you guys can see. Oop. All right, just making sure everyone can see my screen here. Oh, hey. Well, my name is Dina Florida. I am an assistant director here at UCF Undergraduate Admissions. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what UCF has to offer, as well as a little bit about our application and our admissions process. So a little bit about UCF. We are located in Orlando, Florida. We are nationally recognized as a best value university, as well as one of the most innovative schools in the country. We are a relatively young institution. We were established in 1963, so that does make us pretty young, only about 60 years old, but that gives us a lot of leeway to be really new and innovative. We're not bound by a lot of really older traditions. So we constantly have new developing ideas at UCF. There's constantly some new innovative thing happening on campus. So if you're interested in, really kind of taking your degree wherever you want to take it and being really kind of inventive with it, we're a good option. We are a public institution in Central Florida. So we are also one of the largest universities in the country as well. So we have a total enrollment number at about 72,000 students. So that does make us the largest in the state of Florida and one of the largest in the country. But with that, we make sure that as we grow in population, we're growing in resources and opportunities as well. So despite that large 72,000 number, our average class size is at about 28 students. We have a 1:31 student to faculty ratio. And we also pride ourselves on being a very diverse population as well. So about 47% of our students are minorities, and about 25% of our students are first generation college students. Now, as far as campus life and academics, student life is abundant. As you can imagine, with 72,000 students, there are plenty of options for you to kind of get involved in the UCF community. We have over 650 different clubs and student organizations that kind of run the gamut regardless of what your hobby or interest is. So if you're a Harry Potter fan, we have a Quidditch team on campus. We have video gaming clubs and an esports team. We have dance teams. So there are plenty of ways for you to kind of get involved, whether you're looking for professional organizations to kind of work on your professional development, or if you're just looking for something fun to kind of do outside of classes, we have student organizations for those as well. Our SGA, our student government, actually manages an $18.6 million budget that's dedicated entirely to student involvement and getting our students involved in the larger UCF community. We are also NCAA Division I athletics. We have 16 different D1 athletic sports team, and we have 11 different on-campus residential communities, in total about 12,000 beds on campus. It is also a very large campus, about 1,400 acres. So a lot of opportunities for students to kind of do what they want to do with their college experience. As far as academics, we have 103 different undergraduate majors. You can find the full list of all our programs on our website, and you can even find a brief description of each major. But we are a high-level research institution. On average, we get about $200 million every year in research funding. So whether you're interested in biomedical sciences, engineering, hospitality, and tourism, we have a lot of different opportunities for you to partner with our faculty and get involved in research opportunities. We also have a pretty large and involved study abroad program. So we have study abroad partnerships with 71 different institutions in 28 different countries. So whether you're looking to just kind of do a class abroad or do a summer studying abroad, or if you want to do your entire degree program studying abroad, there are a few majors that have the option to do so as well. So you can kind of take your degree on an international scope. All right, as far as applying to UCF, we always encourage students to begin the application process early. So we are on a rolling admissions basis. So our deadline for the fall is actually not until May 1st, but we encourage students to apply ideally between September to November of your senior year. There are a ton of advantages to applying early, but first and foremost with that rolling admissions, the early you apply to UCF, the sooner you get your decision. So there's not one single date where we release decisions all at once. We are constantly reviewing and releasing decisions throughout the entire application cycle. We also award quite a number of merit-based scholarships from our office. About 25% of our students do come into UCF with a merit scholarship from our office. And these scholarships are on a first come, first served basis. So the earlier you apply, the sooner you can be considered for these merit-based scholarships. All right, as far as how to apply, so first and foremost, of course, you would need to submit an application. We are a Common App school, so we'll accept either our online application or the Common App. Either or is fine with us. Now, the one thing different about our application process, or two things different. So first and foremost, instead of sending in a high school transcript, we require students to complete the Spark form, which is essentially where you're self-reporting your grades. So we don't look at a high school transcript. You would have to go ahead and self-report your grades. And we look at the GPA just for your academic core classes. So essentially cutting out any electives. And then because we are a public institution in Florida, we are not test optional. So we will require an official SAT or ACT score, but we will super score, which means that we take the highest score for each section across the board for however many times you've taken either exam. I've listed our mid-ranges on the screen here, but these are not necessarily minimums. They're just to kind of give you a good idea of what's considered competitive. These are the credentials that students had last year to gain admission to UCF. So they're not necessarily minimums. And again, the earlier you apply, the sooner you can be considered for admission. And it also is a little bit less competitive the earlier you apply. All right, so this is our contact information. If you do have any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out to us via phone or email, but we also have a number of virtual opportunities as well. If you wanted to sit down and meet with an admissions counselor, we have that service available virtually. We are also doing in-person campus tours. So we encourage you to, if you have a chance to visit our campus in person, whether for our campus tours or our open house events. And we're also available on social media. We have quite a lot of different resources for you to learn more about UCF, whether it's through housing or student involvement, our financial aid opportunities, all of that information is available on our website and also through our social media channels as well. So you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at UCF Admissions. And once again, my name is Dina Floridor, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, University of Central Florida. If I could have all of the universities and colleges join me back for a Q&A, join me on camera for a Q&A, and we will get started with Winthrop University. What advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I think the primary advice, there's a couple of things. I think if you haven't visited your schools, do it now. Visit the shortlist. Where are you applying? Be sure that you visit those campuses this fall, and the ones that you really love that make it into maybe your top 3, go visit them again in the spring. And secondly, reach out to all of us. We're in our offices, checking our email, answering the phone, sending text messages. If you have any questions or you're unsure of what to do next, if you're trying to complete your application, reach out to the Office of Admissions at those universities. We're here to help you. And the better we know you, the better we can advise you and make recommendations for you that could be really valuable.
Thank you so much. Piedmont University, same question.
Oh, you took it off. That was it. I agree with all of that, but I also recommend just going to open houses so you can kind of meet everyone else who is also interested in the same institution. That way you can make friends if you are trying to go there. That way you can stay connected with them and just make connections overall. So
What about your advice, Andrew College?
Don't apologize for your passions. If something is leading you, say you really want to play baseball somewhere, or you really want to be on stage in a theater, that's okay. And that's great. And follow that and pursue it. And don't apologize for it. Don't say, well, I'm just going to college because I want to do this. That's great. That's your passion. Follow your passion and don't apologize for your passion, and look for colleges that fit your passion.
University of Central Florida, your advice?
Well, firstly, I agree with all of the panelists' advice. My advice would be to ask the questions you really want to know. Be intentional with your college search process and don't feel like you have to ask the standard questions. So if you want to know about the athletic sports team, or if you know you want to go into a specific field, or you're looking for a certain student organization on campus, be intentional with your search process and ask your colleges that you're considering the questions you really want to know about their institution. So don't feel like you have to stick to a certain number of questions or a certain standard question. Really be intentional with your college search process.
Well, thank you. And speaking of questions, I have a second question for you all. What is one thing you want students to remember about your school? We'll start again with Winthrop University.
Definitely the community. We ask our current students this all the time, and year after year, everyone says they chose Winthrop because they felt comfortable here and they found their people. And that's everybody. Everybody's having a similar experience about joining the community here on campus.
Okay, thank you. Piedmont University?
probably the connections you make with professors. A lot of the professors here, they just want them to be called by their first name. That's how approachable and personal they get over here at Piedmont.
Andrew College?
That we're a small institution that truly cares about your success, because we know that for the most part, you're going to be going on to pursue your bachelor's degree, and we have a vested interest in you and you getting a rock solid preparation in a great situation that's not just going to school and coming back home. That is a true college experience.
What about you, University of Central Florida?
I would say that kind of our motto, our slogan, that UCF stands for opportunities. And I'm an alumni, so I can say firsthand, there are so many possibilities as a UCF Knight. And we are a large institution, but as I said, we make sure that we provide the right amount of resources for students to succeed. So whether you're looking for academics and research opportunities, we have an abundance of that. If you're looking for campus activities and athletics, we have those as well. So we'll provide you with all the tools necessary to make sure that you find your place and you foster your purpose here at UCF.
Awesome. So we've gotten some sound advice. We've also gotten a really good understanding of what you would like for us to remember about the college experience. And now I'd love to understand what's one myth you'd like to debunk about the college admissions process. Winthrop University, do you mind kicking us off?
Yeah, I mean, I would say dream big. I think the biggest myth is that you're inadmissible, that your criteria is not good enough. Schools consistently publish mid-ranges. They're not minimums. And I think it scares a lot of students off. So I always encourage students, apply, send in your criteria, and contact your admissions counselor. They can give you some advice on whether or not you're going to make it in, but don't hold back. I really think students should apply to those stretch schools because I think they probably have a pretty good shot.
Piedmont University?
A lot of counselors will tell you to get involved, which is true, but sometimes can be not the best thing. So I would advise just to get involved with the things you are passionate about. That way you can kind of show your true colors.
Yeah, and as Andrew College said, don't apologize for what you're passionate about either. So what myth would you like to debunk, Andrew College?
Well, especially related to private colleges, is that the room, board, and tuition, that sticker price is the price you're going to pay, because colleges, public and private, but especially private, have, as you could see from tonight, a lot of different scholarship and aid programs to make college an affordable option. So don't discount a school just because the sticker price may be higher than you think you can afford.
Awesome, thank you. And University of Central Florida, is there a myth you would like to debunk?
Yeah, I would say with your college search process, and it's kind of the same advice I gave earlier, but to ask intentional questions. Don't assume that a school that's known for something doesn't also have a lot of opportunities in another area. So don't discount yourself by saying that's an art school or that's an engineering school. Even if it's not highlighted, the program that you're interested in, they may have a really good program that you might want to be a part of. So don't discount that school because they're known for something. Really kind of be intentional and find out about whatever program it is that you're interested in at that specific institution.
Nice. So I want to thank the panelists a lot for being here. I also want to thank the audience for being here and joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey, and we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. We encourage you to find this session's recording as well as all the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Manatee District Virtual College Fair. Thank you so much and have a great one.